Okay, we're going to do one more variation of the hyperextension movement, and this is called the Bosu Superman. Now the reason I'm including these Bosu exercises in this volume 2 of the Encyclopedia of Kettlebell Lifting is because I've selected these specific exercises that are ones that benefit me in my own training, and they complement the kettlebell lifts very effectively. For example, we've been working on variations of the hyperextensions. If you look at the kettlebell swing, for example, one of the reasons why kettlebell swing is so good for your back is because it gives you that extension that we generally lack in our daily life. Most of the things you do in your daily life involves flexion. Driving, eating, working on the computer, we're always in this sort of rounded position. So what your body really needs to counteract the pull of gravity, which is pulling you down, is we need this extension to help keep the body in balance. So these hyperextensions help to compensate for the excess amount of flexion that we have in our daily activities. Going back to the example of the kettlebell swing, when you're swinging the kettlebell, here your body's in flexion, and here you're pushing your hips forward, and the spine is actually in extension. So we're actually mimicking that same type of movement with these Bosu hyperextension variations. We're going to do one more here, and this is the Bosu Superman. So you did the upper body hyperextension, which is to lift the entire upper body up, and then you did the reverse hyperextension, which is to lift the lower body up. Now you're going to do the Superman variation, which is to lift upper and lower simultaneously. So first you have to find your point of balance, which is going to be roughly navel or slightly below. And the way you find it is to lay your belly and then just lift your arms and legs, and you should be able to float. Again, if you're too far forward, you're going to collapse forward. If you're too far down, you're going to collapse down. So keep adjusting until you find that point where you can float. Once you're there, you're in position to begin. The Superman exercise is to relax all four, and then as you raise up and inhale, you're going to raise all four limbs. So raise, hold it at the top, and then exhale, relax. Raise and release. Raise, inhale, hold it at the top, exhale, lift, and release. If you haven't been doing these types of hyperextension exercises, you want to make sure that you build the volume gradually. Don't try to do 30 or 40 reps your first day. Maybe start with 2 or 3 sets of 5 repetitions, and then every week you can add a few repetitions and gradually build the volume that way. So this is the Bosu Superman exercise.